Hello and welcome to another edition of Inventor's Quick Tips. Today we are discussing the topic of micro-entity status and when it can be used to reduce patent fees. So first, what is entity status? Fees for filing applications and maintaining patents are often based on entity status. The default status is large entity. An example of such an entity would be a company like Microsoft or General Motors. Then there are small entities. These can be individuals or smaller companies. How small? Well, the Small Business Administration defines what a small entity is, and it varies by industry. Sometimes the criteria includes how many millions of dollars in revenue a company takes in or a number of employees, which typically has a minimum level of at least 100 or more in some industries, in order to be considered a large entity. Therefore, if you have a small startup with a handful of employees, it's likely a small entity, but check with your patent professional for your specific situation. For years, the U.S. system had large and small entities, but in recent years they added a micro-entity, which is intended to help jumpstart innovation by reducing costs of initial patent filings if certain criteria are met. So what are the criteria? Let's give an overview. First, you have to be able to qualify as a small entity. Think about it. If you're already not small, you can't be micro. There is a limit on how many applications the inventors can have previously filed, and that limit is 4, not including foreign applications or U.S. provisional patent applications. There are gross income limits for inventors and applicants. The limit is based on median household income as reported by the U.S. Census Department, and the limit is 3 times the median household income. That puts the micro-entity income limit at about $206,000 based on 2019 data. Here's an example of a portion of a fee schedule. And here we see some fees. As you can see in the top row, there is the fee. They don't actually call it large entity, it's just fee, and it is $1,600. The small entity fee is half that at $800, and the micro entity fee is half of that at $400, half the small entity fee. Note that entity status can change during the course of trying to obtain a patent. You might start out as a micro-entity, but if things go really well and within a year you have a company with 2,000 employees and $500 million in revenue, you will probably be a large entity and need to update your entity status, and the fees may be adjusted accordingly. This information comes from the Manual of Patent Examination Procedure, often referred to as the MPEP or MPEP. It is basically a guidebook on how to interpret the patent rules, laws, and results of important court decisions. It is relied upon by both patent examiners and patent professionals. It is available to the public at the link shown here, and I will also put this link in the video description. In particular, this section of MPEP discusses the topic in further detail, and this is a fairly complex topic with a number of corner cases, rules, and exceptions, which were not covered here. So if you want to learn more about this topic, you can check out this section. So I hope you found this to be interesting and helpful. If so, please like, share, and subscribe, and thanks for watching.